What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Dapper Side. Today we're going to talk to you about belts. Now, we've gone into pretty good detail about shoes and the types that you should wear, but the next most important thing to pair with them is always going to be the belt. You want to always choose an appropriate color and style because choosing the wrong belt could potentially ruin your entire outfit. Today we're going to take you through some guidelines to show you how to choose the best high quality belt to pair with whichever outfit that you need it for. Now, we're not really going to get too much into rules. More or less, we're just going to show you some guidelines on how to choose the best high quality belt to pair with your outfit. Now, the first and most important thing when choosing the right belt is to decide what type of belt you need, whether it's a dress belt or a casual belt. The biggest difference here is that a dress belt is usually going to be a thinner material because it's going to go into your dress loops, which are usually much thinner than if you're going with a casual belt. It's going to be a much thicker belt loop, like on denim or something like that, and the buckle is also going to be thicker as well. The next most important thing to consider when choosing the right belt is going to be the type of material that you want for it. In general, most high quality belts are going to be some sort of a calfskin or cowhide. Now, the other thing to consider is you could go out and spend 20, 30, 40 bucks on a cheap belt, but as we've stated with the shoes in our previous episodes, if you go with the cheap belt, it's going to break apart very quickly and it also doesn't look good after a very short amount of time, whereas a higher quality belt is going to hold its wear, it's going to continue to look good as long as you're wearing it. Now, having a calfskin belt is very important, but the other thing that a lot of people like to do is potentially get a specific type of belt for the type of shoe that they're wearing. If it's a suede, you might want to consider a suede belt because it's going to match a suede style very nicely. And there's even other possibilities, such as if you have a reptile shoe or maybe something like an ostrich shoe, there are very high quality belts available in those materials as well. And for those unique pairs, it's nice to have a belt that's going to match perfectly with something like the suede or a unique or exotic material. The next thing to consider with a belt is going to be the buckle. Now, for the most part, a dress belt is going to have a silver buckle. It goes with everything and it's a very neutral tone. Now, some people like to go with a gold buckle, but that really shouldn't be a factor in considering one of your primary belts. Having something like a gold buckle makes a lot more sense if you're wearing a gold watch, or maybe if you're wearing a bit loafer with a gold or brass buckle, it might make sense, but for the most part, you're going to be fine going with the silver buckle. Now, one of the most important things to consider when you're getting your belt is going to be color. Now, here at the Dapper Side, we're always going to recommend that you should get your black belt out of the way and your brown belt out of the way. The black belt speaks for itself. It's going to go with your black shoes. A brown belt is necessary because it's going to cover a wide range of brown shoes. You're going to have a lot of options that you can wear it with, and they're just two staples that you want to get out of your way and have in your wardrobe. Now, things start to get a little bit tricky when you're dealing with your more unique shades of brown. If you're going with something in a tan color, you really want to go with a tan belt. Likewise, if you're going with something like a blue shoe, you really want to go with a blue belt. If you're going to go ahead and make the investment to get a shoe in these colors, you really want to try and make the additional investment to get a matching belt so your outfit really pairs well together. Now, browns in general are one of the trickiest colors to match up, but if you're in a pinch, there's an easy tip. You want to find a brown belt that's going to complement both styles or multiple shades of brown. As you can see, this isn't the exact same color, but it does work with both of these shades of brown, and it's going to cover a broad range as well. Now, ideally, again, you want to have the exact same color, but you're not always going to be able to find it, or if you forget a belt on a trip or something, a simple brown like this that's in the range of both will work, and in the future, if you get other brown shoes, it's going to match those as well. Another really important thing to consider when getting the belt is choosing the right size. In general, for reference, you should go up 2 from your pant size. For example, if you're a 34 pant, you want to go with a 36 belt. But if you're kind of an in-between size, like 33 or 35, the rule of thumb when sizing the belt is ideally you want to hit the second or third hole comfortably. You really don't want to have too much hang time on the other side because it's going to look a little sloppy, especially if you're pairing it with a nice pair of shoes. So yeah, you ideally want to hit the second or third hole comfortably, and in general, with a higher quality belt, over the life of the belt, it does tend to stretch out a little bit as well. So if you're at 2, you'll be at 3 down the road. If you're at 3, you'll be at 4, and you still won't have that much hang time at the end. Now, the final thing to consider, really more as food for thought with belts, is going to be maintenance. Belts are going to see usually a lot more wear than your shoes because you're going to wear them in multiple settings and typically will probably wear them on a daily basis. Belt maintenance is very simple. When you're dealing with a high-end calfskin or possibly a reptile belt, what we recommend for maintenance is to lay the belt completely flat, and then you want to have some sort of a conditioner. We at the Dapper Side always recommend the Saphir Renovateur, but you can also go with a Bic 4 or possibly any sort of good conditioner. You want to have the belt flat and just really rub it into the belt. You're going to notice that this is going to remove a lot of the scuffs from bumping into things, and it's also going to rejuvenate the color as well. With a high quality belt, if you don't maintain it, same as the shoes, it's going to look really bad down the road. And with a lower price item such as a belt, where it's not going to be a few $100s like a pair of shoes, most guys usually just scrap and replace it. Following this simple trick to maintain it with, like I said, a Bic 4, a Saphir Renovateur, or any conditioner is really going to prolong the life of the belt and keep it looking nice, just like your shoes hopefully do as well. Now, these are just a few general guidelines in helping you choose the best possible belt for your shoes and how to make sure that it's going to match everything appropriately. Thanks for tuning into the Dapper Side, guys. Feel free to like, subscribe, leave a comment if you would like, and let us know what you think. Are there any particular brands of belts that you would recommend? Any sorts of materials that you think might be better than calfskin or reptile? Please let us know in the comments below. And remember, guys, stay dapper.